We have 1,
7.
Jeremy?
I'm here. I'm Andrea.
Yeah,
I got you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Jeremy,
How many on the leadership committee are present?
hold on. I forgot to pull up the attendance sheet. I'll do that right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hey, Bernadette.
It's Tina.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
All right, so
Call the leadership, the roll call, see who's present.
Chris is,
Chris is trying to get a hold of Tony. He was on before.
I'm on, Dominic.
Yeah, but
Todd from
Tony doesn't
Assemblywoman
know
Fernandez's
that.
office.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, please put it on mute. Everybody, let Jeremy make the roll call.
please. Last four numbers, 2800. Is that you, Dom?
Yeah, 2800 is me.
Self-quarantine, and Luke will be joining us momentarily. We are waiting
Jeremy?
from the whole daily coronavirus.
Okay, that's me. And I'm going to go on mute now, all right?
Hi,
Yeah, please.
Jeremy. This is Sandy.
All right, hold
Can you
on.
hear me?
Wait.
Yes, Sandy, we can hear you. Just put it on mute, everybody, please.
Put it on mute.
Yes.
All of President Trump unanimously passing a
So hold on. So I'm gonna, yeah, put it. Who is,
Somebody has the TV on.
yeah, who has their TV on in the background? Please turn it off.
The bill passes the House. Right.
Okay. Hold on. There's a lot to obviously figure out here. So, all right. I'm renaming people for that are calling in. I have to rename who are calling in by phone.
All right, Jeremy, that was my TV, Bob Press.
All right, Bob. Can you talk again,
Listen,
Bob?
Jeremy, with all other than the executive board, the executive members and the leadership committee chairs only stay on. The others should go on mute. This way we get
Yes.
to, I need a quorum.
Yeah, I need to get the names though. So Bob, can you talk again first before you go on mute?
You have me up there. My name is up there.
All right, good. I got you. All right. Let me rename the names, Tony.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Okay. There's a lot of people on here. Hold on. Just bear with me. Emily Vasquez, can you and Caitlin just rename yourself as Senator Biagi's office and Senator Senator Rivera's office?
Yeah, sure. I think I'm gonna have to leave and then come back to do that. But I'll.
No, you don't have to. There's a way to do it.
You can, in the top right corner, you can rename yourself of your little box.
I'm okay.
Mario.
Chris, are you muted?
What happened?
Jeremy?
What happened?
Hold on, one at a time.
Who was just here? Who was just here? Who did you say?
I'm sorry, who's talking right now? Hello? Who has 347-204-0478?
That's me, Jeremy.
Who's that?
Yep, Forhat from Assemblywoman Fernandez's office.
Okay. So I'm going to mute you. Can you rename yourself Assemblymember Fernandez? Thank you, please. So I can, if I need to, whatever. Okay, who is 2102? Who's 718-231-2102? Anyone? Are you on mute?
Tony Signorelli.
Okay.
Good evening.
Diane Norris.
Yeah, no, I got
How
you.
you
You're fine. Don't worry about you. I got you. Tony Signorelli, talk again, please. Tony?
How are you?
Talk
Yes.
again? All right, fine. I got you. I'm muting you. Or no, I'm unmuting you. Just mute yourself if you can. Who's 718-231-2102? Are you a board member? Please identify yourself. Otherwise, I'm going to mute you.
Jeremy, it's Sandy Younger.
The 2102?
Yes.
Okay, good, great. I'm renaming you.
What are you renaming me?
Sandy Younger.
Oh, okay.
This is the problem with call-ins, and this is why I prefer computer sign-ins.
Well, I am waiting for my daughter, and I'm not going to use the computer.
Yeah, I understand. All right. I'm going to mute you now, all right? Thank you.
Whatever.
Who's 916? All right. Let's, I guess we'll start taking a.
Hi, Jeremy. This is Destiny Cruz from Purple Cortez.
Okay, Destiny, I'm muting you. Can you rename yourself AOC's office or something like that so everybody knows what you are? In case I need to unmute you.
I'm on the phone, so I can't rename myself.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. Sorry on my end. I apologize.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot to do here. Farhad, you're 347, right?
Yep.
Are you calling from the phone?
Yep, also calling from a phone.
That's why you can't rename yourself. Okay. Obviously, there's a lot of bugs to work out here, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Call in user 1. Who's that? All right, whatever. Let's just start going with roll call. I think I have, let's see. Who just joined? I can't tell, but all right. Hey.
Jeremy, just do a roll call.
Yeah, all right. Al D'Angelo's here, right?
Yeah.
Anthony Vitaliano's here.
Yep.
Dom Shano's here. Did I mute you, Dom? I don't remember.
He's here.
Yeah, I'm unmuting him. Sorry, Dom. You should not be muted. Dom's here. Veronica Castro's here. David Levitt is here. No, probably not. Frano Zagreta's here. Andrea Siegel's here. I don't know if I muted Andrea.
No, I'm still here.
Yep, okay. Andrea's here. Joe Thompson? Joe Thompson. Yeah, no? Okay, we got Diane Norris.
Here.
Joseph Baycoat. Hazel Mura we have. Right, Hazel?
Unmute her.
She's muted? Hold on. I can't find her right now.
Keep count. I want to make sure we got a quorum. Then we get stuff
Yep.
over.
I got 24 participants. Hold on. We got 24 participants.
Jeremy, I'm here.
Who's this?
Sandy Younger. You didn't call my
I know
name.
you're here, Sandy.
Yeah,
I don't know what he did. He didn't call me in the roll call.
Well, if Joe Bacote, I guess you're filling in for Joe Bacote, Sandy, okay?
Okay.
I think we lost Hazel. I do not see her in the participant.
Jeremy, do we have a quorum yet? The leadership and the executive.
Hold on.
Have a quorum, we can proceed.
Hold on, I'm working on it. We lost Hazel. Ken Gelnick's here, right?
Yep.
Pat Charles is not, right? Yahe Obid is here, right?
Yes, present.
Tony Signorelli's here, and Fran again for transportation.
Veronica's here.
Yeah, no, I already got her. 1, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people. That's a quorum. So you want to?
That's a quorum.
That's a quorum. Tony,
So-
you want to start?
Let's open up this meeting, Jeremy, all right?
Okay.
All right. Jerry, you got the tape recorder on?
Yeah, it's on.
It's
Yeah,
on.
sure. Yeah, it's on.
Official meeting is at 7:09.
Tony, it's Al. I just want to make one suggestion. Just have everybody mute their phones and hold on.
Does everybody know how to mute their phone?
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope so.
All right.
And Jeremy, also, this is Marianne from the controller's office. I was having a hard time opening the Zoom. I'm not sure if other people had the same issue. That's why I'm so late.
You're
It's not
calling
opening at all.
You're calling in from a 212 number. Can you talk again, Marielle? Because I want to. I'm gonna.
Sorry, this is Maria de la Cruz from the controller's
Okay.
office.
All right.
I just wanted to say that the Zoom, I'm not sure how well it's working for folks. It didn't work for me, and it's been working for me all day.
All right. I'm going to mute you, Marielle, for the rest of the meeting until the end.
Yeah,
So-
I'll mute myself.
All right. Thanks.
This is Arden here from Councilman Mark Donai's office. I'll mute myself.
Your 914 number, right?
Correct.
Yeah, this is Joe Thompson.
All right. Perfect.
Hi, Assemblywoman Natalia Fernandez is on. Good evening,
Oh,
everyone.
wow. Okay, so we got 2 Natalias on now.
Well, I saw, I
We
don't
got
know which,
we got the real Natalia on, huh?
the real deal, I'm here. Only till 7:30 because then I got another Zoom call.
All right, so I muted the other, I forget who the other staff member was, Forhad.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so so Tony, you want to start with the agenda? Might as well just get into it. We can work out the
Okay.
details later.
Okay. All right. Today's date's March 26th. It's 7:12. Frano, 7:12 p.m. The leadership meeting of Community Board 11 is on, and we have a quorum of 12 people. Thank you. All right. We're going to work as expedient we can, and then when we get to the new business and old business, that's when we're going to have the input from the the non-leadership members. Okay. First thing, Transportation Committee. Motion to recommend approval of the following street co-naming applications. 1, Beatrice Castaglia Catullo. 2, Danny C. Cestero Way. Do we have a second on that?
Well, it was a quotient. It was a
It was
motion.
already approved. Okay, let's vote on it then.
Discussion.
All those open for discussion.
Who are these people?
Frano.
Patricia. Good question. Thank you.
Frano, can you answer that? Unmute yourself. I'll do it. I got it. Go ahead.
I got it. Okay, Miss Beatrice Castiglia Castulo is the lady that started the Rain Home Attendant Agency.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and she was a member of the community for quite a long time. So she started at a little shop and continued it. And we thought as a whole committee that she merited our approval. Danny Cestero was involved with, I guess, Morris Park and other. If I'm wrong, I'll chime in, but I don't think so. He was one of the original members, I think, and he was involved in the community for a long time as well. There were a lot of as well as quite a few politicians that sent letters on his behalf. Any questions?
No, you answered.
Yeah. Well, I have a question. What distinguishes these two people?
But what have they actually done? This is Joe Thompson.
Okay, go ahead.
Again, it's their involvement in the community and how deeply they were involved with the area. Ms. Catullo obviously started something that expanded tremendously, that today provides food and other services to the elderly in the community. I think their main office might be on Boston Road. So,
Well, yeah, they have several rain places, including they do Meals on Wheels.
yep. So that is her distinguishing mark. And Mr. Sestero, as I said, was quite involved with the Morris Park area and contributed to the, I guess, growth and safety of Morris Park.
Joe, he founded the Morris Park Community Association.
Oh, you founded the association?
Yeah, and he was a member for, I guess, 40 years until he got sick. An active member. He's also past president.
Okay, do we have petitions on that?
Yes, he has petitions.
There were petitions.
On both of them?
Yes.
Well, how many signatures?
Joe, I don't have it in front of me, but when we reviewed it as a committee, it completed the requirements.
The requirement, Joe, the requirement is, our guidelines, the requirement is 40%. And I know Sestero did more than 40%. And I forgot what I don't know what the other one did. Chris maybe able to inform us on that one.
I think she was about 60.
All of them passed the 40%. And this 40% is about the area where the name's going to be put on
Right.
the corner. One is going to be in Horn Avenue, Morris Park, which is Mr. Dennis Sestero. And the other one's going to be by the rain in, if I'm not wrong, in Morris Park and somewhere in White Plains, somewhere around here. I'm not 100%
There's one up. There are two on Boston Road.
No, but it's one, the rain that is, this is the lady that
This
started
is-
the one that is in Morris Park and White Plains Road, somewhere around there.
Oh, I don't know about that one. Okay.
All right, listen. The committee did their homework. They wouldn't have presented this thing to the board unless they had the criteria that's fulfilled. So,
No,
I mean, we gotta take, because of the situation, we gotta take the committee chair's word on certain things, okay?
No, Tony, I have no objection to the questions. They are legitimate questions.
Okay, but you know, I'm trying to make this expeditiously move forward. You gave us a lot of information already, and it keeps on going and going. We'll be here till midnight.
Well, hopefully
I don't think that's the point. The point is we want to get it right. That's the point. Now I know Danny, and I'm okay with Danny. I know he's been very, very active. I just have a little problem with the first nominee.
With the woman from Rain?
Okay, what's your problem with it, Joe?
Well, I'd like to see. I'd like to hear something that's pretty definitive, and I don't think I heard that yet.
Joe, I knew her personally. This is Andrea.
Yeah.
She started out with absolutely nothing. She started out a home business to help other people, and it grew into what it is today, which is the huge Rain conglomerate. She always helped everybody, no matter race, creed, color, religion, and Rain still does that today.
And if I may, Andrea,
No, you may
Sandy-
not. It's not necessary.
No, I just wanted to say they also have meetings.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Andy.
All right, is that okay, Sandy? You okay with that?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I just wanted to say about the meeting places and whatever else they do for the community and the seniors, but it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Rain.
All right, so
I'm fine with it.
Can I chime in just for 1 second? As you may know, in these critical times, Rain is doing a lot, especially with Meals on Wheels for all senior
Absolutely.
citizens.
Right, yeah, I mentioned that.
Believe me,
Yeah,
this
no,
lady is
I'm fine with it. You don't have to convince me anymore. I'm fine with it.
All right, so if he's fine with it, let's take the vote.
all right. So all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? Any abstentions?
I have one.
Pat Charles abstains?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying about the person, whoever the person is that's trying to do a service to the community. I don't know her, and then I know they called me to get food, but I haven't been able to call back and find out how I can get food. And I have Eastchester Rain over here, and I'm not getting it.
Okay.
But that's not her fault. Unfortunately, she passed away. She was 103 years old. That's not her fault. That's whoever you're dealing with. So you shouldn't take out a naming of a street because you're not getting a service at the moment.
I'm not going against it. I'm just not voting because I don't know enough.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to explain your vote. Okay? So it passes. The recommendation will be to the city council whenever they get it together. And then Danny, that was for both of them, or that was for just Danny Cestero, or that was just for Rain?
No, that was for both. We did it as one.
Okay, so Pat doesn't know enough about both. Fine. So they both pass. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, and then there is a motion to recommend approval of the following street activity permit. Now, when I spoke to Tony yesterday, as he may recall, and Frano, Chris and I reached out to the street activity permit office. We don't know if this is going to take place, but it's not our problem. The committee, the transportation committee recommended approval. It's up to you guys to how you want to. Do you want to discuss this?
Basically.
Discuss it. How about a vote?
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with their investigation.
Let's vote. Let's vote on this one, please.
Okay.
All right. So Tony, you want to read the motion, or you want me the exact motion?
Motion. I'll read it. Motion to recommend approval of the following new street activity permit. June 20th, 2020, Pawnee Place block party between Seminole and Narragansett areas.
And they met all the requirements.
Have they ever had one before?
No, that's why we put it here.
Randy, it's new.
Okay.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against?
Yes, I am.
Andrea Siegel against?
Yes. I can't see voting for something when we have no idea if they're going to take place or not.
Yeah, well, that's fine. You don't have, nobody has to explain
Jeremy,
it.
Jeremy,
You have to explain.
Yes.
Jeremy.
Who?
This
Who's
is
talking?
all with the provision that street affairs or street, things are allowed to operate.
Yep.
In other words, if the city says no, then the bottom line is nobody's having anything.
Yep.
If it falls within the parameters of that date.
Yep. And nobody has to explain their vote. You voted no, Andrea. Who wants to abstain? Anyone?
Motion passed.
Yep. Motion carries. All right. So, Bernadette, is everybody talking well enough into the microphone for you now?
Yeah, I can hear.
I can hear.
Okay.
I can hear her.
All right.
Okay. Number C, renewal of street activity permit applications.
That's only notification, Tony.
The what?
These are only notifications.
Yeah,
These
that's just FYI.
But they approved. They just to make you aware that they are being conducted this year. You can see in front of you. If anybody has a problem with anything, bring it to the attention of the committee, please.
Let me just read it, Tony, for people who may not have this in front of them because they're calling in on a phone.
Go. Jeremy, go.
There are 3 renewal applications for street activity permits. Whether or not, again, they'll happen is up to the city ultimately. This is FYI.
Renewal applications for street activity permits. Whether or not, again, they'll happen is up to the city ultimately.
All right, so
again, they'll happen is up to the city ultimately.
Why are we getting an echo? The same thing.
Why is that echo, Jeremy?
Is somebody?
It sounds like it's been taped and retaped.
Hold on. Is somebody using 2 devices by chance?
I'm not.
Okay, well, just keep in mind that could be the issue. Please, everybody mute your phones. How's that? Or whatever you're calling in or your computer. All right. So,
Jeremy, we're all gonna mute. You're the one. Go ahead, Jeremy.
all right. So there are 3 renewal applications. We haven't had issues in the past. That's why the committee's not doing anything. They're just letting it be out there. Evangelistic Outdoor Gospel Service. It's a religious event. It's July 12th, 2020 from 1 hour from 6 to 7 on East Gun Hill Road between Balk and Burke Avenue. There's a block party for Poplar Street between Learning and Williamsbridge Road on July 25th, 2020 from 12:30 to 8 p.m. There's a block party on Tiemann Avenue, the 2200 block. It says first annual. That, Chris, is this a mistake? Because these are renewals supposedly.
That is a mistake. That is, that's Joe Manta.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's Tiemann Avenue between Pelham Parkway North and Astor, July 25th from 2 to 11 p.m. I don't think the city will allow that.
Right.
No.
No, they are aware that. I will speak to Joe.
Okay. Yeah, I think the cutoff time will be 9 o'clock, and the city will force them to do that. All right. So moving on, Tony, there was this bylaws thing. I don't know if we want to discuss this at all. I think we want to maybe just move past this and wait till the full board. This is for the creation of a standing committee.
Jeremy, can I say something before we move on?
Right now, let's unless
Yeah,
you're
Joey.
a member of the committee, we'll wait till the end. Okay.
Okay.
And we can take it under new business, old business. All right. So it's up to the committee what they want to do with this. It would be a bylaw creation. I don't know legally. Actually, I haven't had time to review if that's even allowed.
Which one? The one with the ethics committee or the
Yes.
that one?
It's the Ethics Disciplinary Committee.
Right.
Yeah.
We just had to bring it before, and the ethics committee and the disciplinary ethics committee will decide how often they want to meet or when they meet. It would be more, I guess, more like an ad hoc, basically. But we had to let the board know.
Well, no, it'd be a standing committee. The idea, the request from the
Okay. But
president.
they would not meet every month. They would meet as needed.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's ad hoc.
Yeah, like land use. But,
Right. Yeah. That's yes.
It's ad hoc because sometimes we'll have to change the members on that committee depending on who they're, who they're reviewing. If they're reviewing someone who's supposed to, someone they have to recuse themselves, and we have to put another member on that committee.
All right, but the idea is to form the committee.
Yes.
That's it.
So the way our bylaws are written, amendments to our bylaws have to be approved by a majority of the appointed members
Correct.
of the community board, voting and present and voting. But again, our bylaws also say that the leadership committee can act in lieu of the full board, given certain circumstances. So I say at this point, it's really up to the committee what they want to do. Because I know somebody asked me if this is legal. Yes, this is legal according to our bylaws, this meeting tonight. In lieu of the full board.
Let's vote on it here, and after we vote on it here, we can put it up before the full board for their vote.
Okay.
Jeremy, there's no rush on this, right?
That's for sure. Tom, Joe, there's no rush on this.
Well, let's hold it over.
Let one person speak at a time.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, what I wanted to say was the bylaws committee, we put it out there because we thought there would be a meeting and last month and then this month. And then the whole board would have voted. That's why it's out there.
But
And
Al,
then everything happened and everything was canceled.
but Al, Al probably knows that the BP's office has been pushing us for a while to create this.
All right.
So I don't
Well,
know.
we put it before the board.
Yeah.
What we'll do tonight.
May I interject, please, on my committee? May I? Let's move on to the Economic Development Committee. I think it'd be best if Joe could bring these renewal licenses to the forefront because he's going to probably want to answer some questions. Okay, Joe, could you handle number 3?
Well, to tell you the truth, with these licenses, I just think we should ask for a postponement from the SLA for 6 months in order to review this properly. In other words, they would just hold on to their licenses, and in a 6-month time period, we'll be able to review it.
I mean, I think, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, we can comment at any time we want, the community board, on a license, right?
Yeah, sure.
We can comment anytime we want, but on one thing I can tell you, SLA is not gonna keep it for that long.
No, but due to the fact that we cannot visit, we cannot really properly do this. And I think the SLA will probably agree that the licenses that are existing should be able to hold over for about 6 months until we can review it, and then they can have a legitimate run at this.
Joe, if I may, you want to give them an extension until we can evaluate them.
Yeah.
All right, but so Chris, the SLA is gonna, unless there's an issue, the SLA is going to approve it.
Well, one thing I can tell you, SLA already approved some of them that we already are discussing today. Like, for example, Luke's Lounge, we didn't pass it. They already have gotten a liquor license. Because everything is done within 30 days of whatever the proper way they have to do it.
Wait, Chris,
So
which
at
one?
this
Well,
moment,
that's when the situation isn't what we have today. Now, the things that they've approved, we can approve. But for the new ones and the 3 that came up this quarter, I think that it should be held in abeyance for 6 months until we're able to properly look at it. They wouldn't lose their license. They would just have an extension.
Well, you're talking about the renewals, but first of all, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, the SLA won't do that. I mean, we can request it, but I would bet you, money that they would not do that.
well, at this time, sorry to say it, guys, but they are hungry for money, so.
Right.
forget about it.
And what
Can I interject? Can I interject for a second?
Yeah.
I found that the last couple of years, when we had the Economic Development Committee, if we didn't act on something and they put their paperwork in, regardless, if you don't send something in, the SLA is going to do what they want. And particularly with a new establishment, if you want to put it off for 6 months and they open up this area 2 months from now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they're going to give the person the liquor license.
Well, the problem is that we've never had a situation like this before. This is a different type of a situation. So I would like to make that request. I would like to make that request that they do extend them for 6 months.
For the renewal.
For the renewal, yeah, definitely.
They're not going to do it because they're not going to charge them for 6 months on a liquor license. They're going to charge them for the whole 2 years. The SLA is not looking to, charge them 25% of what the liquor license is going to cost. They're going to ask for the full amount, and they're going to grant it to them.
Right,
well,
because it's all about money.
again, we're not looking at the same situation. We can at least inquire to see if they will do that.
So, in other words, you're saying
I may say something.
Time out.
Let's
May I interject?
Yeah, Tony.
What about tabling them, those two? We table
Well, that's
them
what I just said.
in the future. It's pretty much what you wanted, Joe.
Well,
No, I have no problem with tabling it, but it depending on what the SLA says.
Well, we won't know that. We won't know that, Joe, till tomorrow, I guess.
Let me interject on this. This is Tony Figueroa. It's my turn now. Some of these places, they are closed right now. They have
That's
no
right.
money. They have nothing. They can't even serve food.
The
Okay.
diner's closed, yeah.
So I agree with Joe. If 6 months is a lot, let's work at maybe 4 months. I agree with Joe. We have to give these guys a chance.
Well, that's what I said. Let's take this thing for come back 6 months from now.
I mean, look, we have to have some faith in our committee chairs, the heads. Right? Joe made a suggestion. let's vote on the suggestion he made to extend for 6 months and be done with it. We could sit here and talk all night about this and
I know.
And hold on, Al, and we don't have to vote on it. Chris, you can inquire with Mike Smith tomorrow, right?
I'm gonna call Mike tomorrow and let you guys know, but I doubt very much Mike's gonna say no. I mean,
You know what? If I may say something.
Hey, time out.
They
Let's
are,
vote, Joe, submit it, let's table it. Let him make the call tomorrow because we ain't gonna come back another day like this. If he says, yeah, you could do it, you know what I mean? Let's vote pending the outcome of the phone call tomorrow with, what's his name, with Chris.
okay, I mean, like I said, based on my experience
Okay.
and whatever's going on, I doubt very much they're gonna table for 6 months. Because
Okay, Chris,
in what
Chris,
what
you're
condition?
right.
In what condition? I mean, we're gonna bring a cause why we postpone it for 6 months.
Absolutely.
Because we
Absolutely.
haven't gotten.
We didn't
We
have
haven't been
this
able-
situation.
Joe,
All
would you make the motion?
Number
please?
one, again, a lot of the places are closed. A lot of the places aren't doing business. It's very, very difficult to do inspections and everything else under this climate. So I think the SLA is reasonable. They understand.
You know what? They may already, if I may say something, they may have already made a decision, but we're not aware of it. And
may-
they let us
they may
know
have
when Chris calls, because we are not the first board who is going to question this. What do you do with requests for licenses? That's all.
Guys, they're giving
Let's
us
make
rent
let's
right
make
now.
the call. Let's make the call and let's see what suggestions they have in dealing with this.
All right, so
Because this
Chris,
is something new, fellas.
yep, Chris will inquire tomorrow. So let's move on. So the
Thank
new
you.
licenses,
Yeah.
same thing. You want to inquire, Joe?
But that's not fair to the
Absolutely.
new
Inquire
license.
about the new licenses.
All right, great.
Also, and what they suggest we do.
Okay,
I'd like a suggestion from the SLE on this.
great. All right, so that means we go on to item 4, the April calendar. So nobody has a calendar.
Jeremy, explain what we're gonna do with the April calendar, Jeremy. You take it.
All right, so we will have a leadership committee meeting, and that's it, unless you know you really want to have a committee meeting. Now,
No.
Jerry, what day are we gonna have the leadership committee meeting?
so I say we have it the same day as the full board, the 23rd of April.
That may be a problem. I've got to take a look at
Oh,
it.
is it a religious holiday, maybe?
I'm not sure. I want to take a look.
Okay. All right, so let me pull up the let me pull up the calendar. The Yankee game, though, just so everybody's aware, of course, is postponed indefinitely. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Okay. It won't be a problem as far as Passover is concerned, and I think Easter was the
No,
week.
it's around, the Passover Easter is around April 9th or so.
April 12th. Good Sunday.
I don't see any holidays for the 23rd.
I don't think
see
so.
for the
The
23rd
holidays
either.
are earlier in April.
I don't see the 23rd either.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the last holiday is going to be the 19th Orthodox Christian. I know that. The rest is
Yeah, but it's
clear.
not on a Thursday, so it doesn't make a difference.
Right. So
Right.
that's going to be the last one.
Okay. So, I mean, unless there's anything, I mean, if you guys want to have a committee meeting, you want to use this platform, by all means, let me know. But other than that, we're just going to stick with leadership until things get sorted out. I don't know if you heard, but U.S. just surpassed total cases for coronaviruses. We have more than the Chinese now.
Let's go to something else.
Yeah.
All right. So then we have public comment. Now we have two. We had Assemblymember Fernandez. We have Senator Biaggi here. I don't know if we want to treat this like, a little bit more like a full board meeting. Give them the floor. Or do we want to go straight to public? Tony, it's up to you and the committee.
Let's get the Biaggi and Fernandez in, because Fernandez has to leave at 7:30.
Well, it's past 7:30.
Well, I waited a little bit because I did want to say hi.
Thank you, Natalia.
No problem. No problem. I hope everyone's doing well and feeling well. I did want to chime in tonight just to say hello, know that I'm still here, still around, still working, of course. Even though the office is closed, my staff is working remotely, so the phones still come to us. Our emails, we're still responding. And we have a general email that I'm asking, if anyone doesn't know staff email to share it, is district80@nyassembly.gov. So that one everybody can see, and we all keep on tabs with that. I am trying to put as much information as possible regarding COVID-19. The state obviously is doing so much right now. As we all know, if we've been watching the news, hospitals are overwhelmed, the numbers are going up, but please keep practicing the social distancing. I am taking a request as much as I can get. I'm trying to give out for hand sanitizer that the state made. So I should be getting that, at least the first box or so this week to my office. And we'll have it, and we can arrange for drop off, handoff, whatever. As well, let me see, I did write some notes. Oh, any information that, we might be wondering, senior centers, our schools, senior centers are doing grab and go meals for seniors. You don't necessarily have to be a member of the senior center, like a registered member. Our schools, there's 400 schools opened with meals to give out all day. Well, not all day, but 7:30 to 1:30. So
May I make a comment, Nat, about your grab and go at the senior centers?
Sure.
Okay, Bronx House started this week grab and go, giving
Yes,
one
it's
meal
very
at a time. If seniors are supposed to stay in, don't you think it would be a little better if they would give out 2 or 3 at a time so we don't have to go out every day?
Yeah, absolutely. And I know DFTA is starting to try to make a plan with senior centers. I actually did speak to Howie, and he said they have communication right now. So DFTA is trying to do, I guess, a deal with DoorDash to help bring the meals to the seniors so they don't have to keep coming out. Even though I do think, yes, 2 meals at one time is, more practical for a senior when they're coming out to get a meal. So I can certainly make that suggestion, but I know that a DoorDash system is in the works. And
I
maybe by
received a
next week we'll
package
have-
from them from DoorDash today, but it was just mainly canned goods and whatever. It was not, ready to eat meals or anything to that effect. I mean, it was a nice box, but, if you want tuna fish every day.
Okay.
I'm
Well, I
not
didn't know that-
complaining. I'm just stating a fact.
No, that's good to know still, because maybe some seniors don't have the equipment to put a meal together. So,
No, of course, I understand.
Yeah, good to know. Okay,
But
well,
when I went yesterday to pick up, and I said, why are you only giving one meal? I said, this is ridiculous. And they said, that's all they can do. I don't think that was accurate.
Another question? Andrea, if I may ask, are these frozen meals that are heated?
I don't know the details of that, if they're frozen or if they come hot or if they're just cold
No,
meals.
the one from I got yesterday was a frozen meal.
Yeah, so they can give out several frozen meals.
They
and you
can.
put it-
That's the point. They can.
Right,
They have.
that's all I want to know. It's frozen, it makes it a hell of a lot easier.
But they're not. That's the point.
Right.
well-
Do you have to pay for them again?
No, they're free meals. You just have to show ID that you're 60 and over.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Andrea, what were you doing there? You're not 60.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Yes, stay young, everyone. Stay young.
You too.
All right. And then just lastly, I did follow up with the AG's office regarding 2500 Williamsbridge Road. If anybody saw my Facebook post, the letter that I sent to them. So they're looking into it, into the transactions. I don't know what, exact moves yet they're going to do, whether subpoenas in order or what, but they are with the case and aware of the matter and are doing their work. So hopefully I hear from them in a few days or so. And with that, I think that's about it. I will be active on Facebook. Might try to do some more, info videos or something, maybe live, but.
Can I ask you a question, please?
Yeah,
Sure.
I have another question also, Nan.
Okay.
Sure.
Our community has a lot of nursing homes. There's been a lot of attention paid to hospitals. No attention is being mentioned too much in nursing homes, where most of these people are fragile and easily could go. Do you know if any attention is being paid to nursing homes?
Absolutely, yes. Maybe I'll put some information out there, but I know nursing homes have been restricted from visitors and basically on their own lockdown because of the fragile population in there. So
What about
I've actually gotten a complaint. Someone was upset they couldn't go visit their mother in the nursing home, but they are taking a lot of safety precautions. I know that this hand sanitizer did go to nursing homes and hospice, respite, elders homes around the state. So I can double check. I believe my staff did do outreach and double check who does it or does have.
my issue though is I think they're making workers that are not trained to do work that has a lot to do with patients, i.e. clerical staff feeding patients and things like that. I think that's a danger to the worker and to the patient.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That goes with a lot of workers that are right there on the front line, doing the essential and needed work. I've expressed concerns that, higher precautions should be taken with them, regular testing, monitoring, days off, breaks, all that, because they are too, at a higher risk than most.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Natalia, it's Al D'Angelo.
Hi, Al.
Did you send a letter to the Attorney General about that 2500 Williamsburg Road?
I did. I put it on my Facebook page. So if you guys look at my Assembly Fernandez page, it's there.
I don't want us to forget about that.
Yeah, no problem.
Ned, I have another question.
Hey, Al, excuse me, Al.
Yeah.
While you're on that subject, did you ever send a letter to Oasis?
No, I didn't.
Well, we were, just to clarify that, we were supposed to have a committee meeting, a health committee meeting about that. That never happened, obviously.
Right, but remember I asked you to send, I had said, Joe and I agreed that we should send it from the board, especially the letter from Al and Avenue to go to Oasis too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine, but
Remember, and I know I asked you to do that.
yeah, I don't remember if I did. I think I did. I think we sent that on to the board, but that has no bearing on a recommendation from the board. I mean, it could influence a recommendation from the board, but if you guys want to make a motion tonight to send something to Oasis, make a motion.
I'd like to make a motion right now that the community board conducts a letter, and the next time we have a meeting like this, we bring it up and we vote as to whether or not we send it to Oasis, because I think it's extremely important. When I was talking to the people at Oasis, they basically says the only thing you could do at this point, until they actually submit, a request to open something over there, that the only thing you can do is send a letter to Oasis from the community board or any other organization that you have to let them know that the entire community is happy again.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the key thing is a letter to that we are opposed or that we have concerns.
Adamantly against having anything,
Jeremy?
related to a methadone clinic or anything similar to that across the street from a playground in the school.
Jeremy?
Ken
Jeremy?
Ken Gelnick?
Why don't we draft the letter and then send it out to every individual board member and have us approve it before you don't have to wait for a
I agree, Kenny. Good move.
Send it out, and if you get a majority voting in favor of it, you can be able to send it out.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know if that's. I know the governor waived the open meetings law, but I don't know. I'll send it. Maybe like Dom said, we'll draft a letter, send it to everybody, make sure they approve it, and then when we meet again next month, then we'll okay the sending of it. I mean,
why can't we agree even through the email, and why wait a whole month if it could be done within a week or two?
Well, I mean, there might be a concern about public input.
Jeremy.
Yep.
The executive board could meet over the phone at any time.
But no, hold on. Hold on. No,
we
Dom.
don't have to wait a month to discuss this one letter.
Yes, they can.
Right.
Yes, but listen, they can. But as per the Borough President's office, you still have to post an agenda. You still have to make it public, like we did for this meeting.
So that's what you do.
Jeremy, I will start on that letter tomorrow. We'll
Okay.
get it done. We'll send it out to the members of the board. Okay, then you can put it out to whoever wants to see it, and we'll send it to where.
All right, fine.
We've
All
got
right.
to cut this nonsense and get this done.
Did we?
Dominic, I'm sorry, I should have done this sooner. I had forgotten.
Right, I need to tell you the truth, Jeremy. I don't know how many people in the whole area are going to be for this facility coming in.
But like Al
So-
said, we'll send it out. We'll make it public, the letter. Okay. Did we vote on that?
Just make sure, Jeremy, just make sure you've got all the reasonings for objecting to this.
Yeah, it'll be an updated version of the letter I put together to Exit Realty back in September. Okay.
Natalia, you still there?
I was about to say my goodbyes, but one last question. Anyone?
I have a question.
One last thing. The
Matt,
SLA.
All right. Hold on. Andrea
The
first, because
SLA
she did
was-
have a question, and then Tony, I think that was.
No,
Okay, now quite a few people have been reaching out to me because they feel since they're not working, they've been laid off or they're unemployed, that they can't pay their rent. Is there anything that's going on in Albany that maybe gives some kind of rent relief for a couple of months to tenants?
Right now there is not. Albany is a tough time right now. We were supposed to be there this week and next week to pass the budget, and for whatever relief that the state can offer needs to be decided now in the budget negotiations. So word is that we are going to be called back Monday, Tuesday of next week to, vote on it somehow. We did like a weird quarantine where I was up in my office and then I had to run down to chamber to vote with 10 members and then the next set of 10, all that. But
Is there any
there's
way
definitely-
something like that can be brought up?
It already is. There is some legislation out there.
Okay.
The federal government is going to have tenant relief.
Yeah, okay. I'm not holding my breath on that.
I know, but it should be happening, and something does need to happen in the next day or two. So we'll have information. But there's absolutely conversations.
Okay,
in
that's all
Albany
I
about
need to tell
this.
people. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
I
no,
hope that
evictions
we-
are on pause. So even though rent
I
is
hope there is
expected, nobody can
something
get
for the
evicted right
landlord
now.
to pay the mortgage.
Well, that's the issue. Landlords are still expected to pay mortgages, but how are you going to pay for your mortgage when you're not getting rent? So my personal
Right.
belief, I think,
And if
all
you're not
payments
getting a
should be held.
paycheck, a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck.
Exactly.
They can't
If
pay the
paycheck-
rent.
I agree. But I think that all
It's
like
a
bills
vicious
should be
cycle.
halted right now. All rent, mortgage, property taxes, water bills, sewer bills, like all these things are reasons why we're still needing to pay things. So if we just halt all of it, then that can, I believe, ease some things. So I actually did have a conversation today, with some members with Carl's office, wanting to know like what are options, and that was a belief that I shared today. So know that the state is absolutely on top of that and, wanting to do something. But with the Medicaid cuts and the deficit that we got, again, or more so than what we had because of Corona, it's certainly something to be worked through with a fine-tooth comb and trying to see what we can make of it.
All right, so Senator Biaggi, hold on. Senator Biaggi wants to chime in on this. Do we mind? So can you?
Yeah, so just to be super quick here, I will, do I have the floor now? Is it just for this question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just for this question.
Oh, just for this question. Okay, great. So just to be super clear, so the governor has issued many executive orders since the beginning of COVID-19. I want to be very clear with everybody, and I'm going to read something to you because I think it's really important to have clarity on this. So right now, under the governor's executive order, there is a commercial eviction moratorium. He issued that on March 20th, okay? What this means is that there is a 90-day moratorium or a 90-day quote-unquote freeze on commercial and residential mortgages, okay? That means that landlords are not being expected to pay their mortgages. However, the payments are not forgiven, okay? And what this means is it's only giving individuals an extra 3 months to make up missed payments due at the end of the lease. One more point of clarification that's important here, that's related to the moratorium on rent. There is also a 90-day moratorium on evictions for residential and commercial tenants. What does that mean? Okay, what it means is that even though there is not codified into law a requirement to tell people, hey, you don't have to pay your rent, no one can be evicted for 90 days at this time, which essentially means that if you do not pay your rent, you cannot be evicted. Now, in the Senate, there is a bill that Senator Gianaris introduced. The bill is actually going further than the executive order. What the bill would do is cancel rent for the 90-day period and perhaps even beyond. I'm a co-sponsor of that bill, but I want to be very clear with everybody that the last thing that the state wants is for people to experience homelessness. And so if you are experiencing, or if someone you know is experiencing either intimidation from a landlord, or you feel like the executive order is not being followed, please let us know, because we've got to make sure that there's enforcement on that. We do not want anybody to be either threatened, harassed, or forced out of their home.
Okay.
Thank you.
So unless there's any other questions for the assembly member, is there anything else you want to state, Senator Biaggi?
Yes, Tony Signorelli here.
Yes, I have one more thing to say.
Okay, you go first.
Surprise.
Okay. So every night, I send updates on everything that has happened for the day. It's an aggregation of all of the information from the governor's office, the State Department of Health, the New York City Mayor's office, New York City Department of Health, as well as the county executives. So if anybody on this call is not receiving them and would like to receive them, please let Jeremy know, and Jeremy will aggregate your emails and send them to me, and we will make sure that you receive them. When you sign up for this email, what you will see is that not only will you receive the email from the current evening, you will receive the email from the previous emails and evenings all the way back to the beginning. So there is not one day of information that you will lose. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, somebody had a question, Tony? Signorelli?
No, it was me, Dominic.
Oh.
No, Tony.
For the
Tony.
senator or for me? Because I do have to go. So I do want to say goodbye. Thank you, Senator Biaggi. That was awesome information. Her newsletter is good. Sign on to my newsletter. That one comes out as well, weekly, bi-weekly. But any questions, please feel free to email me. Like I said, district80@nyassembly.gov, or my regular email, fernandezn@nyassembly. Or if you have my cell phone, give me a call. But love you guys. Be well, be safe, and I'll talk very soon.
You too, Nat.
Okay, Dom, is that okay? She's going to go.
Yeah, the question could be for Biaggi also, as long as it's at the state. The bottom line is, for the state liquor authority, they have rules and regulations how far an establishment can be away from a church or a school. I mean, why can't they do the same thing similar to that with methadone clinics? I mean, where they prohibit them from being in a residential area, across the street from a playground, across the street from a school, or a house of worship. I mean, this is something after this coronavirus deal is over with that maybe they might want to take up and, start thinking about putting something like that into law.
Yes.
Good point.
Go ahead,
That's
Senator
it.
Biaggi.
Thank you.
Sure. Somebody want to respond? All right, so Tony Signorelli, you had a question?
I will call you. I forgot it right now. What's for Biaggi?
You may want to unmute Biaggi.
I'm here.
Yes, she is.
Okay, Senator Tony Signorelli here. I have a mortgage with Wells Fargo.
Okay.
I'm trying to reach to them, like from 6:30 a.m. until maybe 8 o'clock at night. That phone is constantly busy. And the reason I'm calling them because I'm having a hard time paying the mortgage.
Right.
My tenants with layoff,
Mhm.
they're not getting paid. And I have no right now to evict them.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is Is Wells Fargo sending you information in the mail or threatening to evict you or threatening to cancel your mortgage or to take you to court right now?
The date, no.
Okay. So just so that you know, okay, what the executive order that I just explained applies to your circumstance, okay? So what we can try to do is, at least, or what I can try to do is, I can raise this to the governor's office tomorrow, and I can tell them that there are landlords in my district who are attempting to get in touch with their creditors, i.e. the banks, and the banks are very difficult to get in touch with. What do you suggest that they do? Now, what I would assume that they're going to say back to me is that, right, because of the executive order, there's nothing that you're required to do, right? You're not required to make a payment right now. So that being said, I still want to make sure that you have clarity and are able to connect with somebody so that you can have peace of mind here. So Emily from my office is on this call at the moment. Emily, if you can just please get Tony's information, and then tomorrow after the call with the governor's office, I'll share with you what the answer is and you can just share it with him. Does that work, Tony?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I
A
will
little
get Tony's
question.
information
Hello?
from Jeremy. Maybe Jeremy can share that information with me.
Yeah, well, yeah. We'll talk offline. Yep.
All right, thank you.
Sounds good.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
one question.
Yeah, Joe.
Can't you send registered letters to the places you want to contact?
Say again, Joe?
Can you send a registered letter to the places you want to contact for your own files and records?
But those are closed, Joe, based pending. I mean, all the offices are closed. Who's going to receive the letter?
I don't mean tonight.
Someone signs for it and it lays on a desk because it's not to a particular person. So sometimes sending a registered letter isn't always that great.
Especially nowadays.
Right.
Okay.
All right. What's on the agenda next?
All right, so then we have public comment. I know Bernadette Flora wanted to ask a question or two. Bernadette?
Yes, there was a new street activity. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. There was a new street activity that wasn't on the list. And it was from Vince Muniz. He's a Van Nest resident that the family's been there for probably as long as mine. And it's just a birthday party for his daughter.
All right, so Chris, do you know about this?
Is this about the Mead Street?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think Jay Sturtevant is.
I can't hear you.
I think Jay Sturtevant is opposing this. He doesn't like this thing to happen on Mead Street.
So Bernadette, you're going to reach out to Jay, right?
Yes, I'm going to reach out to Jay and just give my recommendation because honestly, I don't think it's an issue and I don't think he'll have any problem getting signatures. So I know I had asked him to come up to the board office.
Okay.
So he did.
Also, the fact that if they were scheduled to appear before my committee, they never did.
Excuse me?
If they had the completed, then they never appeared before the committee.
Did you let him know that? This is
No. Guys, let's not rush. Everything was postponed. They couldn't come to the meeting because the meeting was canceled due to whatever's going on. So the whole point is this. I received a phone call from Jay Sturtevant as soon as he got this. He called me and also he sent me an email which is saying that he is opposing this thing to occur in Mead Street due to the fact of the position of Mead Street and the area over there. I suggest Bernadette give a call to Jay Sturtevant.
I will.
Yes.
I will. Thank you.
So let us know, Bernadette. And then you had a question about La Katrina.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if there are any updates with La Katrina. One of the things is I really would like to see the most updated certificate of occupancy, and maybe Chris, you could send it to me in an email. That would be great.
Unfortunately, the paperwork is in the office, so I have to go back in the office and scan them and send them to you guys.
Okay. All right. Who's got cops in the background? All right. Anybody else want a public comment?
Can I say something?
Yeah. Who is that?
It's Hazel.
Oh, Hazel, you joined us. Great.
Yeah, I've been here. I've just been listening.
Okay. Yep. You're from the committee.
I thought my mic wasn't working, but I think I fixed it.
Okay.
I just wanted everybody to know that my staff and I are working from home. So if any housing issues do come up, you can just call the office and leave a message. You can call my extension, which is 11, and just leave me a message. I check my messages like 3 times a day. Or you can email me. I'm constantly checking my email.
Okay, so Hazel, just so everybody's clear on what you do, you do housing stuff, but you work for NIDC, right?
Yes, we work, NIDC, and, the senator was right, evictions have been put off, but that doesn't mean that people aren't having issues. And we're trying to really work with Mark Jonai's office, and I just let Natalia know so she has anything she can send to us, and we are like following up with our clients and making sure that everybody's okay. But if you have any housing issues, you can just contact me, email me, whatever, and we'll try and get to it as quickly as possible.
Okay.
And in touch with you as well, Hazel, okay?
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody from the public?
Yeah, Jeremy.
Yeah, Bob.
Okay, couple of things. I want to thank you for putting this together. It's been nice. And I want to thank Assemblywoman Fernandez and Senator Biaggi for being here live. But now we get to the other part. On tabling liquor licenses, which I have done for 6 years, the applicant has to approve it also. So please get in touch with the applicants. So if you want to table it. And as far as the legality of meetings like this, 9 years ago when I joined Community Board 8, I said that the 12 Bronx community boards have 12 different sets of bylaws. And when I asked for the BP's office 9 years ago to try and get it uniform, I was told, don't give the BP's office any more work. But really, it's not the BP's office, it's the mayor's CAU unit that has to, takes precedent over the borough president's office, just so you know and everybody knows.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Bob. Anyone else? Otherwise, we'll go back. We'll continue the agenda, which is old business. If there's any old business we need to address, anyone?
I would like to speak on behalf of the Parks Department. Since everything is being backed up and postponed, we're not going to be able to do the things that we need to do to follow up with what our agendas were. So we're just going to make sure that we have the leadership meeting, and that'll be it.
Well, hold on. So that brings up a really good point. So Parks did meet and did vote on an item, right? Yeah, you voted to recommend the re-roofing of Renaqua, which is the headquarters for the Parks Department, right?
Renaqua, not Renaqua.
Huh?
Isn't it Renaqua? The one off the highway.
Be quiet.
I just want to make sure that I'm thinking of the same place he is.
Well, everybody I've dealt with in my history of working for the city calls it Renaqua. So anyway, either way, it's the headquarters for the Parks Department. The Parks Committee voted unanimously to approve that. They're redoing of the roofs, right?
There were some issues that were brought up. I can't recollect it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I was going to send in a letter what the committee did, but since the committee did vote, I could be wrong, but since the committee voted, that would mean actually we still have one more motion.
Why wasn't it put before the budget committee?
Well,
it's got nothing to do with the budget, Andrea. The Parks. Jeremy, let me get in here.
Yeah, go ahead, Dom.
okay, all they wanted was our recommendation. Had nothing to do with our budget. The Parks Department is taking care of it 100% financially. All they need is a recommendation to approve from the community board, I guess because the work is being done in Community Board 11. But
Okay,
it's not
thank
gonna
you.
cost us a dime. It's not gonna cost us a dime. And
Yeah, okay.
basically, Pat, do you remember that little incident with me? Where Iris agreed to expedite matters for us?
I'm drawing a blank right now.
I know what you're talking about, Dom.
We did vote on it.
Yes.
And the bottom line is we approved it unanimously.
Unanimously. So it's open for discussion. Unless there's any discussion, I recommend the committee take a vote.
Okay.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Okay, unanimous.
Okay, now it's unanimous.
All right, Jeremy?
Yeah, Sandy.
All right, from the Health Committee and Social Services, we were in the planning stages of the health fair for June. We had already started to send out and get, people wanting to participate. However, we're going to have to put it on hold because, say, Montefiore and Jacoby, they've gotten back to me, they're putting things on hold, and we're not sure what's happening with Bronx House.
The Bronx House should have notified you that all
he
future
didn't.
events have been canceled.
Yeah.
Well, Howie did not notify me, nor did
Well,
the other person who's involved.
He put
So
on.
I've got nothing, but we've put it on hold,
Yeah, he put on-
assuming that things are going to not happen.
Yeah, he put it on social media. I wouldn't hold your breath. I'll reach out to Howie.
All right.
All right. And then that aside,
Just a comment on Bronx House. I just got a notice from them that they're opening up next week.
I don't understand that they're opening on Monday.
That's what they say.
I know, I got that also.
but you know what, Sandy? You really want to hold a health fair given the current state of things?
No. But the other thing that we would like to hold is, remember I was telling you about the health van in front of the office sometime in September from the Union community, and we would have to contact.
You got time to worry about that, Sandy.
I am just letting Jeremy, reminding him, because we have to talk to the police about it. But that's it. But I'm assuming that we're not going to hold the health fair.
All right. So
Not unless we postpone it.
okay, I'll reach out to Howie. Okay, but yeah, I'm not sure it's wise to have one anyway. Debbie Kowalik, who wanted to talk during the public section, who's a board member, but she's not a member of the committee. I'm going to unmute her now. Go ahead, Debbie. You had a question?
Well, no. I just wanted to interject that when we were talking about the Mead Street, nobody from the Mead Street had showed up to the transportation meeting, and when we were talking about with the parks, the Renaqua, whatever you want to pronounce it, that was voted unanimously. Those two things I wanted to interject on that. But separately, I wanted to mention to Pat Charles that so far I've photographed half of the parks today that we were discussing with the help of my daughter. So I just wanted to let her know that I was still keeping up on the promise of the photographing of the playgrounds and parks.
Great. I do have go ahead.
But communication is the most important thing. Telling me now is kind of late, but then I thank you anyway.
Okay. So I did have the comptroller's office want to say something during the public comment. I'm going to unmute her if that's okay. Marielle?
I'm here now. I forgot that you muted me. Hi, everyone. This is Marielle de la Cruz from the New York City Comptroller's Office. I'm glad to see everyone's doing well. Just an FYI, some of the community boards are picking up their committee meetings in the Bronx. Some even have their general board meetings on the phone and on Zoom, so it is becoming common practice. Manhattan, most of the boards are meeting already through these methods and means. But I also wanted to say our office has been collecting as much information as possible to try to figure out how we could be the most supportive. It could be people that have individual issues. We've spoken to a lot of nonprofits, a lot of community leaders. So if I haven't gotten to you, feel free to give me a call and let me know what's going on to see if we can be helpful. And with other folks, again, we have made petitions to the city about certain issues that have come up that people have told us about, and have also spoken to other legislators to see how we can work together to make things happen. But like I always say, the best that I can do is try to support you in what you all need and want. If I don't know what those things are, if I don't know what the daily struggles are, I cannot do so. So when it comes to senior centers, many of them are like, I think someone mentioned earlier that senior centers were giving one meal at a time. A lot of the senior centers that we know have said they're going to increase it so people don't have to come out. And I think at one point they're just going to be doing delivery, right? So it just depends on the situation at hand on that day, but people are making those changes. But if folks want us to reach out as well, I can give you all my phone number quickly. If you don't have it, it is 212-920-9501. That's my cell phone. Again, it is 212-920-9501. And if there are any notes for this meeting, my email is mdelacr@comptroller.nyc.gov. Again, it's m.
Marielle, I can give everybody that information. They can reach out to
All
me.
right, I just wanted to. Yeah, so if any concerns, please reach out to me or to Jeremy to reach out to me so that we could be helpful during this time. But I'm happy to hear you all here today. Thank you.
All right, and then unless there's questions, I have AOC's office, who I want to also speak during the public comment. Destiny?
Hi, folks. My name is Destiny Cruz. I'm field representative and caseworker for Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez. Just on behalf of our office, I'd like to thank the leadership of Community Board 11 for practicing social distancing and hosting a virtual community board meeting. So thank you so much. As you folks may know, the developments on COVID-19 are new nearly every single day. And so you can find updates on COVID-19, legislation that's passing in DC, and resources provided by the city and state of New York by visiting our official page at ocasio-cortez.house.gov. Okay, and just to round things off, please know that our office is still accepting casework. So if you need assistance with a federal agency, please call our district office at 718-662-5970. You just leave a voicemail and someone will get back to you before the end of the workday. And you can also email me directly at destiny.cruz@mail.house.gov with any questions or concerns. I'm happy to share all of my information and direct links to our page with Jeremy. But like I said earlier on, just thank you so much for leading on this Community Board 11 and staying safe. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
So, Destiny, just so you're aware, I did have a constituent reach out to your office about an Amtrak issue, and they were referred to Joe Nye's office. I will give you the constituent's contact info. If you don't mind reaching out to them, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. Feel free to email me.
Okay.
Jeremy?
Yeah, Dom.
Jeremy, did the young lady before her say that the people in Manhattan are actually having meetings?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
I think she's meant in virtual meetings also.
I said to these, if I'm not muted, I'm not sure if I'm muted. Okay, I'm not. So these means, meaning through the phone and through Zoom meetings, they've been having all of their board meetings just so that they don't let anything slide once we pick things up, because we have no clue when things are going to resume as normal again. So I just wanted to make that clear to folks, that folks in Manhattan and some of the boards in the Bronx are having these virtual meetings.
And as Marielle,
virtual meetings. Okay, they're all virtual.
but as
Yes, yes.
So as Marielle and I spoke earlier today, one reason probably for that is because their borough president purchased Zoom for all of their community boards, which I'm familiar with Zoom. I would like to use Zoom. I know a board member has requested we use Zoom, but we would have to pay for it. When I reached out to the Bronx Borough President's office, they basically said, you're on your own.
What's next on the agenda?
Any other old business? If not, it's new business.
Next is adjournment.
Yeah, thank you. I second it.
I third it.
Okay, all in favor?
Hey, Jeremy.
Hi, hold on, Veronica.
It's Alessandra. I have a question.
Who's this?
It's Alessandra. I just have a question. Why is it that community boards are being treated differently with regard to Zoom? Why is that?
I'll forward you the email.
That's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. So
I'll
please
forward you
send
the
it to me
email.
right
So all in favor to adjourn?
Aye.
Aye. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you, everybody. So
Aye, aye,
we're going to meet
Captain.
again at the very latest, April 23rd, 7 p.m.
Just let us know in advance.
Yep. All right.
All right, good night.
Thank you, everybody. Meeting ended at 8:19.
Good night.
8:18 maybe.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
All right.
Hey,
Bye.
Tony, you still there?
Tony, you
Good night,
still there,
everybody.
Tony V?
Tony, I need a lift home.
All right. Bye, Jokers.
Okay.
Go figure.
All right, I'm hanging up. Goodbye.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.